Hi guys, this is Kristen, and today I'm going to give you a video bookshelf tour. I'm going to start with my bedroom shelves, so I'll kind of show you my setup down here, and then I will show you what books I have in here. So starting over here, the first three shelves here are true crime. So I have quite a bit of true crime. It is a genre that I really enjoy, and I would say it's probably the third most read genre for me. So true crime stops right here, and then it starts thriller. So the next 8 shelves are all thrillers. So thrillers start here. There are some mystery books in here too. I guess I should have said that. These are thriller and mystery. And I read a lot of thrillers too. That's all my thrillers that I have right now. And then over here at the bottom of the shelf, I just have a few things that really don't fit anywhere else. Some magazines and some larger books. These shelves are the beginning of my horror books. I would say horror is probably what I have the most of. And I have quite a mix of things. I have newer horror, and I also have a lot of older horror too. I have a lot of books from the Paperbacks from Hell book, ones that are mentioned in there. And I let my husband have 4 shelves in here, so these are all of his books. This is a Star Wars book that I folded. And then the rest of my horror books are actually in a different room because of this set. This is the rest of my horror collection, and I hope you're going to be able to see these because it's fairly dark in this room where I have these. That's the end of my regular horror collection. This shelf right here is YA horror, which I don't have a whole lot of. And then this is the end of the YA horror, and right here starts horror short stories and anthologies. And that's what the rest of these are. That is the end of my horror collection, except I do have one shelf that is all Stephen King, so we'll go look at that one next. This is my King shelf, and there are a few other things on here too. I have lots of King collectibles, so I'm not actually going to move this stuff. I have everything pretty much in chronological order on this shelf, so if you collect King, you can pretty much know what is on here. I'm missing some of the Dark Tower books, but I have pretty much everything else. This middle shelf here is actually trade comics. And then I keep all my, and a couple graphic novels also, and I keep all of my singles in comic boxes. And then, again, the rest of this is King, but I've got stuff in front. And then this is The Outsider, and then I'll put the If It Bleeds will go down here, and then there's a couple books here that are like extras that I have more than one copy of. And then here are some of my mass market paperbacks down here. And that's all that's on that shelf. This shelf here is just some miscellaneous stuff that I have. It's the rest of my short stories and some other things. So these are just the rest of my short story and anthology books, which I do have quite a lot of. I used to read a lot of short stories. I don't read as much anymore, but I still buy a lot of them, and I probably will get back into reading them at some point. This is what little bit of fantasy and sci-fi I have. I do not read very much sci-fi and fantasy at all, so I don't have very much of it. And these are Chuck's books. I don't really feel like they fit anywhere else, so I have them on their own here. Here I just have some more miscellaneous stuff that doesn't really fit anywhere. And some more mass market paperbacks. And down here, these are some books of my husband's. And here are some more mass market paperbacks. And this is actually how I used to shelve my unread books, and I guess I forgot to turn these ones around. These are also short stories. Let's see what's here. Oh, it looks like these are actually horror ones. So I guess I have a few more horror ones than I thought I did. That is all for this shelf. These are my living room shelves. And here I have historical fiction and classics. And I told you that I used to shelve my unread books pages out, and what I do now is all my unread books have tabs in them, so then I can shelve them all together, but I can tell what's been read and what hasn't been. And I just did a bookshelf reorganization, which is why I'm doing this video now. And I will tack on at the end here what my shelves look like when I have all of my knickknacks and stuff on them. This is the last of the historical fiction and classics, and then starting here I have YA, which I don't have a whole lot of. It's not a genre that I read much of. I have a couple things here that I think are pretty cool. I have my childhood Little House on the Prairie box set. And then I just got this Babysitter's Club tin with the first 6 books in it. Down here is my V.C. Andrews books. And then there are some Choose Your Own Adventure books that were my husband's when he was a kid. Over here is nonfiction. I mostly read memoirs, but I do have a couple other things. This shelf and the next shelf are my slip-cased special editions. Most of these are Folio Society, but I do have a couple other things. This Rosemary's Baby is a Suntup edition, and I actually have a couple more Suntup editions pre-ordered. The Listener and the Damnation Game are actually Cemetery Dance editions. Down here is my contemporary. And some poetry right here at the end. That is all of my books. So I will put all my knickknacks back, and then I will tack on a short video of what my shelves look like normally at the end here. Okay, this is what my shelves look like with all of my knickknacks on them. I have quite a few stuff. It's my mama, my papa. I believe that's my mama's mom as a baby with her mom. My beaver heart, which I have on my true crime shelf, which is pretty fitting, I think. My daughter got me this for Christmas. This is a drawing that my oldest daughter did. I let my husband have some stuff on these shelves because I love him. Here is my Tippi Hedren Birds doll. This stuff is a bitch to move when I need to reorganize shelves though. But right now we don't really have any other shelves in our house where I can display my stuff, so this is where it goes for now. The only other shelves that I have knickknacks on are my upstairs ones, so we'll go up there to finish. These are my upstairs shelves with my knickknacks and things. I have a few vintage cameras. And recently, I just got these book plates, which are really cool. These ones I think were magazine ads for perfume. Vintage video camera. Another perfume ad. And I also have my book purse shelved here, which is pretty cool. And then this is my little reading spot. I read here quite a bit. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the tour of all my bookshelves. If you have any questions about any of my books, what I like to read, or anything else, just let me know.